Greetings YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Yesterday about 5 PM I gave up any chance of going for a walk and checking out my surroundings because heavy rain and wind moved in, and it's been like that ever since. I've been in this tent now for, I don't know, 14 hours or something. I'm ready to get up and get moving because I'm riding to the very most northerly point that I can on Shetland today. However, it is horrendous. Listen to that rain. The wind's still there, the rain is still hammering down. It's forecast to stay like this for another couple of hours, so I'm not going to rush. If I just open this up, actually it doesn't look as bad out there as it sounds in here, but at least my bike's had a wash. There's not a lot of point in me moving until I can pack away in the dry, I think. And then I've got to wait right until 7 o'clock tonight for the ferry. So what I don't want to do is get soaked and be soaked all day and cold. So I'm going to wait out this storm, pack the tent away and head as far north as I possibly can. In a couple of hours, let's have it! Listen to that rain, it's still raining. It's been a couple of hours now. I'm gonna have to just bite the bullet, get up and get wet, I think. I'll give it 2 more minutes. Right, I am finally on my way. There was a gap in the rain which enabled me to get the tent down in not too bad a shape. The problem I have is despite my best efforts, I've managed to get water around the charging stuff, so my phone's not charging, so I don't know how long that's going to last for, and I don't know if my batteries for the GoPro are charging either. I just got to keep my fingers crossed. Anyway, what a miserable night. 14 or so hours, well more than that actually in the end, probably 16 hours in the tent. There was nothing to do other than just hunker down, try and keep warm and cozy. I slept a lot actually, which shows how much sleep I lost the night before on the ferry. And yeah, hopefully it'll all brighten up. And if I can dry stuff out, then I can get it on charge. Anyway, we're heading north. North Row, I believe. I would check on my phone, but I can't get to it in a minute. Which is one settlement away from Isbista or Ilbista. Again, I would check. And that is where the road runs out on mainland Shetland, heading north. And so I'll have got as far as I can and achieved my objective. And then after that I will turn myself around, head back down to Lerwick, where I will find somewhere to keep warm whilst I wait for the ferry, which is at 7 o'clock this evening, I believe. If only the sun would come out, it would be beautiful. Beautiful lock, or maybe it's an inlet, I don't know, probably an inlet actually, looking at the harbour, the fishing boats. Oh, that looks spectacular. droplets of rain that are like needles on your eyes. Though I like to have the visor up so I can actually smell what I'm passing through, because it smells so fresh. North Row, that's where I'm heading, and then one tiny settlement beyond that. It's only 9.5 miles to North Row. And I am running out of land fast. Thank you, my friend. Well, I'm enjoying this bit of road. I'd enjoy it even more if it was dry. Beautiful. Well, I'm always saying that I'm wanting to get away to remote and desolate places, and I have achieved it. My only company at the moment are the sheep. Hello. What an incredible place to live. So just coming up to North Row, this is the penultimate settlement, I believe, before I run out of land. I'm absolutely loving it here. The roads are fantastic, the scenery is fantastic. That sense of wilderness is there because it is wilderness. I'm not entirely sure that there'll be any view in particular when I get to the next place and the road does run out, because I think I'd probably have to walk a few miles to make my way to the actual coast, which I'm not going to do in my bike gear in the wet. But I'll be happy to get to where I have no more road. So as you can see, I'm at North Row. There is the next place is Isbista, and then there's a little bit of road that's just going to stop, and that is the end. And if I scroll out, I could only get further north by getting on a ferry and going that way, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to make my way back down to Lerwick after I've gone as far as I can, and then it's all that way back. See, Iceland's only there, maybe I should just nip there. Right, next stop is Isbista, and it would be so nice if the sun was to accompany me for this last stretch. There's loose gravel all over this road. I've got a sneaky feeling this might be as far as I can come. Looks like there's a gate. I'll have a look. There we go, that has it. So this is Isbista and it's farm access only. So this is the end of the road. I'm going to park up, see if I can get my phone to charge up, which it doesn't want to do. Turn myself around. Private road. I thought that might be the case. How nice that the sun should decide to shine at this moment. I've made it. Yeah, so the footpath to Shetland is 3.5 miles that way, and that will take me to the most northerly point of mainland Shetland, and I am not about to do a 7-mile walk in my riding gear. So time to turn around and head that way. Well, that feels like an achievement to me. I made it as far as I could go. The sun has said hello and joined me, which is just perfect, just perfect. I've managed to get my phone to start charging, so that's good, and the GoPro batteries as well. And I'm now heading back south. Every mile from now is south and a mile closer to home. Well, almost, because I'm going to take a little detour actually. What I'm going to do is get so far down the road, hang a right and go and visit S&S Cliffs, which according to Tinternet looks stunning, and if the sun stays out maybe I'll get some really cracking views. Maybe I won't, I don't know. But the thing is, I've got until 7 o'clock tonight to get my ferry, and it's 20 past 10 now, so I've got time just to fiddle around and have an explore. What a nice way to spend a day. Need to take a moment just to have a look. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. So, arriving at S&S, where there are some amazing cliffs apparently. Let's see if I can find them. Probably not. Be the cliffs over there. again, I imagine to get to them I'm going to have to walk a long way. We'll see how far I can get. What a fantastic arch created by the sea. Wow. Eventually that top section will fall away and then there'll be a stack. F Cliffs, 3/4 of a mile. Fab. Right, I'm going to take a wander just a little way over there to look at the cliffs. It's turned into a good morning. I didn't expect it to be. I was wet and miserable and it started raining as I was packing the tent away in the end, but it doesn't matter. I'm not worried about any of this. It's dry at the moment and it's absolutely gorgeous. And tell you what, about 3 miles ago in that direction I passed a little cafe, probably the only one on Shetland, and it said open. Hopefully it will still be open when I go back. If it is, there is a breakfast with my name on it. It's about 11 o'clock now. There'll be something with my name on it. So I haven't actually eaten anything properly since yesterday breakfast. That's not true. Pasty-gate. Since the pasty yesterday that the film crew wouldn't let me eat where I wanted. Starting to fantasize about breakfast now. Beautiful, really lovely. Apparently I'm just a little bit early for puffins. They come, settle on the cliffs for a little bit and then they're off again. And it's late April apparently, and it's kind of mid-April now. But what I'm not too early for is breakfast. Absolutely beautiful stretch of coast. I think this is where the cafe is. Perfect. Happy days, happy days, happy days. Oh, a hot coffee, some hot food, something I can chew, real food. So I've only had like an energy drink thing. Hello. Well, if ever a bowl of lentil soup, a bread roll, hot bread roll, a cherry scone and 2 lattes were to hit the spot, it would be now. Absolutely fantastic. And they refused to accept any money for my second coffee. How lovely is that? So if you're ever up this way, call in at Lerwick Cafe and Caravan Park and enjoy some absolutely gorgeous home cooked food. The woman who served me has lived here. She was born 2 miles down the road and she's lived here her whole life, been to London just the once, and once was enough, I would imagine. And she said the lentil soup was made to her mother's recipe, and her mother used to say you have to make it thick enough to stick to your ribs. How gorgeous is that? And speaking of gorgeous, take a look at these cliffs over here. Just absolutely fantastic. Hopefully the GoPro will pick up the colours because they're just stunning. The sun is shining. What a difference it makes. Back to Lerwick, or as the old Norse says, Muddy Bay. Well, it looks like a very nice bay to me. It looks like the kind of bay where I can get my ferry back to Aberdeen tonight. Right, I've ridden past the ferry terminal and my ship is sat there in dock waiting to depart at 7 o'clock. It's a couple of hours yet until I can go and check in. So I'm going to park up in Lerwick and have myself a cup of tea or something, kill an hour or two, have a wander around, and then I'll be heading back to Bonnie, Scotland. It's so nice to see the sunshine. Well, I have had an extremely nice and very chilled couple of hours, just sat nursing a cup of coffee, looking at the water, waiting for my time to board the ferry. That's my boat just there. I'm going to go and see if I can check myself in, and then the travelling is out of my hands for the next, well, till the morning. I just sit back and go with it. Now usually they kind of usher you forward if you're a bike and you get to go to the lounge a bit early, but that might not happen here. Looks like a bit busier as far as it goes. Where are we going? Vehicle check-in. Hello. Stephen Winch. Winch, W-I-N-C-H.
I normally
All right.
That's your vehicle tax, okay?
Yeah.
Somewhere
Yeah.
on there. Your boarding pass and your bug number.
Thank you.
And please, I'll show you where to go.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye bye. Right, it's all systems go. I'm on. Beauty of being on a bike again. First on. Hopefully they'll stick a chain down and go across the saddle rather than put me up against a railing. Soon find out. Into the belly of the beast again. It's going to be the railing. Hi mate. How tight up against that do you want it?
Yeah, just on the side stand, but also touching that blue pad.
Alright, okay. See where we're at. Bit closer. Should I get that against it? Safety stone. Well, here I am in my sleeping pod, which may not be that conducive to sleep. Anyway, it's time to say goodbye to Shetland. Aberdeen in the morning now. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. The adventure continues tomorrow. Aberdeen, back down through Scotland, and we'll see where that takes me. See you in the next one. Bye bye.